From Drop Biscuit Studios and the people who brought you Wondery's Inside Jaws, Inside The Exorcist, and Inside Psycho comes You Talking to Me? Bite-sized Hollywood history with plenty of bite. The scary femme fatale named Vampira. This is You Talking to Me? I'm Mark Ramsey. In 1953, Mela Nurmi was a 31-year-old model and pinup girl. And in Hollywood, the pavement was littered with models, and pinups were becoming a thing of the past. She was on the invite list to one of LA's most fashionable masquerade parties. It was camp, drag, and avant-garde. You were what you wear. So what would she wear? Mela was inspired by the Charles Addams New Yorker cartoon, The Addams Family. At this shishi party, everyone would get the reference. Off she went, spending $4 on some remnant fabric and hand-sewing it into a costume. She wore pale green powder and long nails, corpse-like. She was a hit. Her costume took home first prize, and she made a memorable impression on a producer at the local TV station KABC. That producer, Hunt Stromberg, spent months tracking her down. "We want to do a show inspired by the Addams Family," he told her. "But we can't afford the whole family, so we're just going to use you." "Well, what would Charles Addams think about that?" Nurmi asked. "We're not going to tell him," Stromberg replied. So, Nurmi went back to work, upping the ante with her costume. More S&M, more phallic elements, more cleavage, more eyebrows, a cinched waist. The TV station folks were ecstatic. "But what do we name her? Make a list of 10 names." She did. And the one they liked the most was Vampira. And that's how Vampira became TV's first horror host. She'd introduce a menagerie of tacky and weird horror also-rans, few of which were classics, but all of which could be rented for $100. She did 50 episodes and was paid the royal sum of $60 a week. The show became a local TV phenomenon. Everybody knew Vampira, and every guy wanted to know her better. Her list of celebrity relationships included Marlon Brando, Orson Welles, and James Dean. Despite its popularity, the Vampira show ran for only a year. Nurmi created that character and owned it, but ABC wanted it, and she wouldn't give it up. So they killed the show, and her career never recovered. For a while, she survived on $13 a week unemployment. Then she agreed to appear in the notorious worst movie ever made, Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space, for the paltry sum of $200. She refused to sell the rights to Vampira to the producers of The Addams Family, and later she sued Cassandra Peterson, the creator of Elvira, in a costly legal action she eventually lost. In the post-showbiz years that followed, Nurmi worked as a linoleum floor layer and an artist. She sold jewelry and clothes in a Melrose Avenue store aptly called Vampira's Attic. And then she cleaned houses. The Hollywood life had not been kind to her, but she was not bitter. She died at 85 in 2008. Her body was discovered in her North Hollywood home. She was lying on a couch with her feet propped on a lawn chair. The cat beside her was dead too. But Vampira lives on t-shirts and purses, on enamel pins and inside floaty pens. The outsider, the rebel, the fabulous friend of the famous, now as ever, undead. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now, and give us a 5-star rating if you can. That's You Talking to Me. I'm Mark Ramsey.